Hi there, Corey here. Now, if you're like most ecom brands, your email list is not doing too well. That's really the only way to say it, and it's not growing very quickly, and you're waiting for people to buy before they're capturing the email address. So it's just a whole mess, and let's get into how to rapidly grow your e-commerce brand's email list. So to start, let's just touch on, as I say, what most e-com brands are doing and how it's not really the best strategy. They are getting new leads when a customer actually, they view a product, they add it to cart, they go to checkout, and then when they complete a checkout, they will leave the box checked that will say opt in to receive promotional emails from this brand. You've probably seen it when you bought something online. That's how most brands are capturing emails. Maybe that's even how you're capturing emails for your ecom brand, and it's not great. So this is slow and it requires someone to buy first. And the problem with that is that that's the highest level of customer intent. Okay, so there's no sort of window shopper. There's no way to capture a lead in this situation unless they've purchased from you, and there's a whole load of steps before that they would have to have gone through first just to get you the email. Okay, so it's not great. You really want to be capturing an email as soon as possible, pretty much as soon as the customer hears about your brand. And obviously, if you're getting their email and maybe their phone number as well, if you're doing SMS, if you're capturing it that quickly on the front end, then you'll have all this time to try and sell something to the person, and then they become a customer of yours. So this is a much better way to do it, and allows you to use all of the stages of intent, even consideration, and just general awareness as well, as opposed to just them committing to actually purchasing. So the two main methods that we use here at Johnston Media for growing our clients' email list and just generally adding new subscribers to the list. So you have pretty much two ways, and these are two ways that we use for our clients. Depending on how aggressive they want to be with it, and how quickly they'd like to grow the lists. But the two main ways that we use are organic and paid. So the organic side of things, this is pretty much anytime a customer views your website and they see, whether it be a pop-up, potentially it's a quiz. Maybe you've seen some of them. They could be like a quiz to find. Maybe it's like a crystal shop, and they're doing. This is what one of our clients do actually. They have a crystal shop, and they have a quiz that will ask you some questions about your personality, the date you were born, things like this, and then it suggests a crystal that's perfect for you. You just have to give your email address to access it. So that's obviously one way to do it organically. You could also just do general pop-ups. This is something we do as well for our clients, and it could also be an embedded form. So whether this be one that you see at the bottom of a website where it's like sign up to our newsletter, maybe there's some kind of incentive, and then there's an option to type in your email address. That's an embedded form. You could also have one super high up as well, so it's a little bit easy to see. So any type of pop-up, quiz, embedded form, anything like that is an on-site lead capture, and this is kind of a organic method. And then there is the paid ads as well. So this would be running Facebook ads using lead forms, and I'll get into that a little bit more in this episode. Essentially, how to buy your way to a bigger list using ads, and this is something we do for our clients as well, and obviously allows you to ramp it up if you'd like to go more aggressive and grow the list much faster. So two routes, and these are the two routes that we use. So as you see, there's no waiting for someone to buy first, then do you mind if we get your email address, we send you emails. It's straight away as soon as they visit the website. Typically it'll be 6 seconds after they have been on the site. Sometimes we'll do it where it's if they've scrolled down a certain percentage, but generally it's if they've been on the site for a couple seconds, it will pop up. And then the paid ads obviously is something we do as well. So to go into a bit more depth, the organic on-site lead captures, they're very effective at converting site visitors to email subscribers. And obviously the person doesn't typically have to have bought anything. It's typically before they've purchased, to be honest, that this will come up, unless for some reason we were doing it after, which we've never done, but I don't see how that would happen. But yeah, it's usually always before a purchase that you'll get a pop-up, a quiz, and then the embedded form. I guess they are always on the site. So pop-ups should be getting around a 5% submission rate, 5% or higher. This is a good, healthy rate. You can get it lower, of course, if it's like 3%, 4%, that's still good. It's just, it probably could be better, so you could test it. And essentially this just means, say, 100 people view your website, five of those 100 people will provide their email address. Maybe you're doing a 10% off discount off their first order. They give you their email address, and that would be 5 out of every 100 would be a really good rate for that. So this means, obviously, if you're sending lots of traffic to your site, and this kind of brings it to the next point, requires lots of site traffic to grow the list quickly. You could view this as a con, but generally it's just kind of how it is, really. Like 5% is still great, but you are going to have to get site traffic from social posting. So maybe you're posting content on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, etc., and you're getting people visiting your site through that. Maybe you're doing influencer collabs. This is something we do for our clients. Well, not so much anymore, but we used to do more influencer social media stuff. So this is something that we've dealt with in the past and gets a lot of site visitors for sure. But it's just more top of funnel essentially. And then also things like blogging as well. You could do blogs, and then obviously people find you through like SEO and stuff like that, and then they would view your pop-up form there. So yeah, obviously it's really effective, and definitely should be something that you implement for sure. Now, these are some examples of our clients' pop-ups, just to give you a bit of context. So as you can see, sorry, I'm just drinking some water there. 10% off their first order. So it could be, say, a discount. It could be a giveaway. So enter a monthly giveaway. This is something we do quite a lot. Some clients don't want to do a discount. And to be honest, you don't need to do a discount if you don't want to, or if your margins aren't great. You can just do a giveaway instead, a monthly giveaway, and this does well. It doesn't generally do as well, I'm not going to lie, as doing a discount, but it will still do very well for sure. So just an example to give you a bit of context for 2 of our clients that we handle email for, and it's just an example of one of the forms, submission rate over 5%, which is great, and probably keep tweaking and testing and trying to get that a bit higher. Now for paid ads, running Facebook ads using lead forms, this is very effective, very, very effective at reaching new customers who haven't yet seen your brand. So obviously with the organic side of things, a customer has to already have, well, not a customer, but a potential customer has to be on your site physically for them to see your pop-up and then to then opt in, which is great. Obviously that's super important, but if you need to get that person to be on your site first of all. So if we say we could even go a step before that and they've not even been on your site yet, okay, we can run paid ads on Facebook and Instagram to new customers who haven't yet seen your brand. So this is super effective, and something that you could do alongside the organic side of things. Now, in terms of costs and whatnot, unless your product is really expensive, by that I mean a couple $100 or more, leads should cost less than around $2. But obviously, if you have a brand that sells like $1,000 product, stuff like that, it could be a bit more, just to let you know. And you can literally spend your way to success with this. If you're getting a lead for $2, you can go from $100 a day in ad spend to $1,000 a day. Now, it may increase for sure. It may go up much more than that, past $2 if you are just, you know, going straight from $100 to $1,000 a day. Obviously, that's obviously on the sort of the higher end that you would use, because generally you're probably running paid ads as well, probably running a whole Facebook ads campaign in the background. So this is just something that you can just do a little bit on the side and then just gradually increase, and yeah, literally spend your way to success. So obviously the other side to this is it does require ad spend to gain subscribers. So it's not like it's not an organic thing like with the other methods like blogging and social posts and whatnot. You're going to have to spend your way to this. So yeah, this is an example of one of our clients who we run ads for lead gen ads. This is over like 60 days or so, and yeah, they're just doing a little bit in the background. But as you see, $1.60 for over 1,000 leads, or $1.60 per lead, should I say? You know, this is just a super good way just to, alongside your organic strategy, if you're running influencer stuff, posts, blogs, all this stuff in the background. This is just another way to grow your leads even quicker and get people in. And this is an example of hypothetically what an ad could look like. This is one of our clients that does a giveaway, and yeah, this is the one that got them for $1.60. So essentially, it's just to subscribe to their free newsletter, enter the giveaway, and then there's a couple images of the products that they sell in the store. So yeah, it doesn't have to be anything complicated, really. If you're doing, say, I did 10% discount, you just change up the wording, obviously, and make it your own there as well. Now, ultimately, this is about having both running at once. So you'll gain subscribers the quickest when you use both methods that we've outlined in these slides. So you'll reach new potential customers with paid ads and convert warm site visitors with a pop-up capture. Okay, so you'll probably see the power of having both sides of those, as opposed to, say, just running the paid lead ads or just running the pop-ups and things. It's kind of it'll be twice as powerful if you have both going at the same time. And yeah, that's basically the two main ways that we grow our ecom brands email lists. So obviously there's a lot to go with there, and I really encourage you to try these out yourself, see how it works for you. And ultimately, if you do run an ecom store, quite honestly, this stuff is, you know, we only do this service, so we spend a lot of time researching and looking at all of this stuff, me and the team. So as I say, I encourage you to try these things for yourself. But if you're super busy and your brand is just growing more every day, it's best to just save yourself the headache of learning to be an email expert and apply to work with a qualified, successful agency like ours, and you just get some killer results, and ultimately just make a bunch more sales from your email. So as I say, if you're super busy, I would encourage you to apply to work with the agency, and the link for that is in the description below. And